Well, here we go. It'll be a short little live stream here. I gotta watch the dog after this, but I will update y'all a little bit about what has occurred. So, the shooting at Oxford High School in Michigan has taken some wild twists. Um, Basically, involuntary manslaughter charges were brought against the parents because they said, "Yeah, we bought the gun for his or the kid and everything for Ethan Crumley and stuff like that." Basically, his two parents have left town. Another twist: the two attorneys who say they're representing the couple released a statement that said the Crumleys have left town for their safety and are returning for an arraignment. On Thursday night, we contacted the Oakland County prosecutor to discuss this matter and to advise her that James and Jennifer Crumley would be turning themselves in to be arraigned. Okay. Let's see here. They're not fleeing from law enforcement despite recent comments in media reports. Law enforcement official told CNN that the parents withdrew $4,000 from an ATM in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Rochester is about 10 to 15 miles from Oxford. Law enforcement is able to track the couple's whereabouts by cell phone pings, but can no longer do so as the couple's cell phones are turned off. I say this is very smart. The undersheriff said the couple will be found, and it's a matter of when. He said the attorney attempted to reach the parents by phone and text without success. When asked by CNN whether the parents are missing, Bouchard said correct. If they think they're going to get away, they are not. So let's go ahead and just read through the bullshit here. The conspiracy theorist mind of me says that the parents are smart enough to see what is occurring with Kyle Rittenhouse. The parents have seen what has occurred with that. What's going on, the shock raised? How are you doing? But the smart money tells me that they have learned from Kyle Rittenhouse. We'll talk about that a little bit briefly, but I'll try to wrap this up quick. But I think that the parents have good reason to be scared. They have good reason to. You have to remember is that these events are occurring faster and faster. We no longer have this period of, one event, wait a couple months, and another event. No, 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 no. No. We're going event to event to event. So we have Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. I'm doing okay. We have Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. We go on to, what occurred at Waukesha, which of course has been forgotten by most people. And that Math Boy Fly, the rapper guy, who is allegedly being bailed out by the bail project. It was Minnesota Black Lives Matter or something like that. Basically, it's a fun releasing this guy. The smart money, like I say, we're going from event to event. So we're not even allowed to really talk about Rittenhouse anymore. We're just like, well, we're moving on to the next thing. And so the next thing is now this Ethan Crumley, who killed 4 people, and allegedly they bought the firearm as a present for their son. Yeah, our gun rights going to be the downfall of the U.S. in my opinion. I think it's definitely going to be a factor. I don't know if it will be the only thing, but it will definitely be a huge factor. I would continue, so like I said, we're moving from one thing to the next. Obviously the Rittenhouse stuff didn't stick, so now we're moving on to the next thing. The powers that be, the propaganda that exists today is not going to allow too many victories. They see, what has happened with Kyle Rittenhouse to be a travesty, this and that. Obviously, things are going to go on behind the scenes with that, and people are still going to talk about this. With this case of this kid, this child shooting, and murdering 4 people, we see the complications are coming up. Like I said, the complications are many. But this is an excuse. Now, am I going to say that this was, planned or something like that? I'm sure people are already on it. People are already coming up with links and everything else like that with Crumley and, numerology and using, what is it, gematria, stuff like that. But that's not really relevant to me right now. The relevance is that the system has to find alternative stories to keep you busy. Waukesha is quickly being forgotten. Um, this is not really surprising. Many people are forgetting about it, and only like conservative TV and conservative Twitter accounts are posting about this. Of course, a lot of this is going to be ignored because of the new Twitter rules that are coming up by the new CEO. There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Who knows? Um, but the thing is that the propaganda system is, yeah, another Rittenhouse sighting low. Exactly, yeah. Hey, got suggested your channel by someone. Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate that, sir, or madam. I'm gonna say sir, but yeah, we're seeing what is occurring with this incident in Michigan to be a chance to rile people up. People are upset, obviously, about what occurred. Like I said, a lot of the shit lives are upset about the Kyle Rittenhouse story. Okay, sir. I just want to make sure. Like I said, you never know. You never know. Um, so apologies, but I was gonna say many people, the media and the propaganda system that exists in this country has to be able to keep the fear up. It's interesting, of course, that they'll say the conservative media, promotes fear porn and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't doubt that. But the thing is, so does lib porn. I mean, so so does lib propaganda. Lib propaganda made so much hatred against Rittenhouse, and they said, of course, that he was that the murder of those two, Rosenbaum and Huber, was considered worse than Emmett Till, I believe, which is ridiculous, and just downright ignorant. And I think that it just it goes to show how this system works. And now we have moved on to another white shooter. This story would have been ignored, much the same way as Sir Rittenhouse after he gets paid. Exactly, yeah. Um, but yeah, the parents are running, and they are very smart too. I think that's a very good thing for them. Um, you're like, I don't want to be charged. I don't want to go to jail, and you try to find someone else. He said, yeah. In this rare instance of charging parents, prosecutors will try to prove that the parents of suspected shooter Ethan Crumley were criminally negligent and contributed to a dangerous situation that resulted in the deaths of four teenagers Tuesday. This is simply more of we're going to take your guns and we're going to find whatever loophole we can. In my opinion, the system, whether it's the federal government or local governments doing the bidding, were waiting for this. They were waiting for this opportunity. And this is an opportunity. It is. This is an opportunity to say, if you don't want to comply with COVID or if you don't want to comply with the government, we're going to show you what happens if you don't. It's that simple, in my opinion. This example of these parents leaving is just another example of you better buckle down. You had better comply with the system, or else, basically. This is what this is, in my opinion. This is an example of, hey, you're gonna take, yeah. Was using 556, not 762 by 39. Yeah, no, I do believe you. What I will say is it's very fucked up to see what is occurring. Um, Not yet. No, no, no. Give me about 5 more minutes, okay? Okay, thank you. But yeah, it's a good opportunity to change Michigan gun law. Yeah, absolutely. This is, mother called pistol his new Christmas present on social media. Yeah, they are going to destroy these parents. Like I said, separating the kid from the parents is going to be essential. You know, Ethan Crumley has been charged as an assault with terrorism, murder, and other counts in the rampage north of Detroit that also left 7 people wounded. The shooting was the deadliest at a U.S. K through 12 campus since 2018 and the 32nd such attack since August 1st. At least according to the news. Like I say, I don't praise MSN News. I'm just saying is that we have to be mindful of what we're reading. Below that is a figure. Okay, another section was drawing a bullet with the words "blood everywhere" written on it. Yeah, like I say, the media has really. Are the parents being charged with some? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're being charged as well. They're being charged with. Let me make sure here with I want to make sure what the charge is offhand. Yeah, involuntary manslaughter. Yeah, the parents are being charged with. I don't know if it's federal, but it's definitely state. It's definitely state. So yeah, this is gonna get bad. This is gonna get nasty. I can just tell you that right now, and this will be forgotten. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, I agree with you. It is ridiculous. But this is where we are headed. This is, like I say, I'm not going to say that this was some psyop or something like that. What I am going to say though is that it is an opportunity, and the state is going to jump on it. Legal gun though. I agree with you. I do, but unfortunately, they're going to make this out into a very, very nasty thing. It will. It will turn very nasty very quickly. This kid is already charged with terrorism. They're gonna put this kid. They're gonna make him an example. They're going to make him an example. They are going to start cracking down even harder. This is just like I say. Republicans are going to try to, say, well, we're going to do something about this, and they won't. They won't. Nobody. It's a very tough position. Like I say, there's a lot of these cases that it's very. A lot of people are not talking about it because I think it's going to be could be a collectible firearm. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? But yeah, this is a very. This is going to set a lot of precedent. Like I said, this is going to go into like Patriot Act stuff. This is going to go now that he's been declared a terrorist, and his parents are going to get. Like I said, this is kind of like screw it. I'm just going to go there. I'm going to Fed post, but this is like imagine he's a terrorist, but that Waukesha POS isn't. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. As long as they have NFL and buddies, they're okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to say the facts as they are, but it's going to get worse. And this story in this case is going to set a precedent. And it's going to be used as a sense of like I said, the system has now decided to say that screw it, let's just go there, let's Fed post. White person with a gun who shoots somebody is now a terrorist. We've already been prepped. The bull has been prepped, if you will, towards what occurred on January 6th. And they'll say that, white supremacist terrorism is worse than Islamic terrorism. And the thing is, of course, as much as lefties talk so much about get people to talk about guns. Yeah, oh yeah. As much as lefties spent so much time talking about how bad it was that Muslims were treated this way because of 9/11, this is going to be, the future. Is that this is going to be like a Ruby Ridge situation. I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry, but yeah. This is going to be like a Ruby Ridge situation where now the parents are going to be seen as enemies. And there's not going to be as much backlash. Lefties support this wholeheartedly. They do. Make no mistake about it. I think to a point, lefties will try to give support maybe to Rittenhouse to a point. But as much as they claim to hate the system, they will support the system doing this as long as it's not happening to them. So remember that. This is why anyone who claims to be left wing today, I'm sorry, I don't trust you. And if you're right, and if you claim to be right wing, you're not that far behind. Um, are they political? I don't think they are. I don't think the parents are, but they will find a way to make it political. The parent, like I said, they will find a way to make it political. Like they already have. They've already found a way to make it up, political. Um, Parents withdrew $4,000 and they left and they went to Rochester. They're in hiding, rightfully so. Like I say, I mean, if I was charged, I mean, you think, for my son, they are trying to find. The thing is this. I think this is my opinion. Is that right now they don't have anything. If someone does a terrorist act and is not charged as a terrorist, were they really terrorists? Yeah, exactly. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is that the state has nothing on them. They have nothing on this kid. So now they're going to dig into their parents. They're going to dig into the parents, and they want to find some case where they can make it where this kid is seen as a terrorist, and they're going to find whatever justification they can. The system is going to go all out to make this into a story, and people are going to eat it up. So-called left-wing people who want to, fight fascism or fight authoritarianism are going to be clapping for this and saying, yes, take down that white supremacist Nazi. And this is what's going to occur. Maybe that's Fed posting, maybe that's extremist, but I think that's the case. They're going to find a way to break this kid, and they're going to use those parents. And like I said, this is but this is the dirty game that people play. If you can't get to them, if you can't get to somebody, you find their family. It's a very dangerous thing. Yeah, all this unfairness is fine. Yeah, finding at the moment is currently scapegoating when America crumbles. Oh, absolutely. This is no different to me than when you had the fall of Berlin. You see the hot take, but in my opinion, the communist U.S. will change nothing. It will be the same game with different players. Oh, absolutely. No, I agree. It no, no, I'm not. I'm not ready. It's still hot.
You said 5 minutes.
Okay, well, can you give me 2 more?
It's been 7 minutes.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'll wrap this up pretty soon. All right. All right. Just give me 2 minutes and bring them back in. All right. Yeah. But yeah. Like I said, this propaganda machine is strong. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. I gotta wash the dog. Anyway, hopefully y'all have a good one. See you later. Goodbye.